following video contains an insane hybrid build. This build was forged in the deepest and darkest depths of the White House, built to mold a new meta come title update 17. Using the build in the current game showed a horrific amount of server destruction. Viewer discretion is advised.
Fucking gay dude. I'm fucking douche. Fucking chicken shit, mate. Bash! Yeah, this is a fucking plum conch. Oh, plum conch is a fucking douchebag. Yeah. Yeah, look at your fucking little jabronis, mate.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yeah. You fucking shit, bro. Put me on your fucking YouTube channel, I'll fucking crush you and I'll fucking show you how to fucking play the game, you fuckhead.
Your friend is
A few moments later.
I'm such a weirdo, tattoos from my toes to my earlobe. Was a role model, I never had a hero. I learned how to live through the stereo. Coming from where I come from, the inferior. Everything you see ain't what it appears though. Everything that I built, made that from zero, then added a zero. I am my hero. You couldn't imagine what it's like in my mind. There's beauty and catastrophe at the same time. Remember they laughed at me when it was game time. Now I know that they mad at me, I'm what you can't find. I'm not from the day, I come alive at night. I'm not what you used to, couldn't recognize. They all on the ground while I'm taking flight. Yeah, you're welcome to join me, I promise I won't bite.
Things they say, they're never getting in my way. And even if I make mistakes, I will always see them through. Cause I don't wanna play your game. I had enough, I'm burning up so hot I just break your chain. You can never stop this building up inside of me.
I guess I don't fit in with the imposters. I'm taking the mask off, prepare your conscience, prepare for honest, cut off all the nonsense. I'm all of your chakra, wonder who shot you. Go call the doctor, boom like the chopper. Don't you get chopped up, I'm here to stop you. Whoever wants smoke like a roster, break you off proper.
Things they say, they're never getting in my way. And even if I make mistakes, I will always see them through. Cause I don't wanna play your game. I had enough, I'm burning up so hot I just break your chain. You can never stop this building up inside of me. Play your game. I had enough, I'm burning up so hot I just break your chain. You can never stop this building up inside of me.
They say that I'm such a weirdo, tattoos from my toes to my earlobe.
Can never stop this building up inside of me.
They say that I'm such a weirdo, tattoos from my toes to my earlobe.
Can never stop this building up inside of me. Can never stop what's building up inside of me.
Now I want more.
Anytime you move from being normal to trying to be exceptional, people aren't gonna like that shit. Those normal people, it makes them feel like shit. They're gonna judge you. And nowadays, it's very easy to be a fucking coward. Don't let cowards get in your fucking head. And last thing, make sure you do you. Stay hard.
Look at me go, look at me flex, it's not a plane, more like a jet. I the song, we impressed, then she heard me, now she undressed. To make it all worse, I got a check. You want a verse, double the check. I wanted this, then I got this, I want that, I'ma get that. This how I look when you threaten and kill it. I gave a warning and they didn't listen. I'm at the ceiling, that's independent. She in the feelings and that's when they finish. I've been around in your cities and states, I taking down on your biddies today. I wanna come for the busiest days, you just a clown with your minimum wage, word. This how I go and you pop it, this how I go and you hot. Funnier now and I drop it, none of the numbers can drop. See me on me and that's true, but I'ma go finish on top. You get what you want when you pop it, you do what you want when you hot. This how I go when you pop it, this how I go when you hot. Funnier now when I drop it, none of the numbers can drop. See me on me and it's true, but I'ma go finish on top. You get what you want when you pop it, you do what you want when you hot. I just spit quick, but the lines so slick. Get up on the regular like which one hits. Made it on the regular don't sound like this, but it still hits. I don't miss, I just go, 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 like a go, go flow. And I'm almost done, and I told you so. When I throw these flows, like Rochambeau, and I ain't too close, it's Joe Smo goes.
Oh yeah!
I'm not in the middle when I'm hot with a riddle and I got just a minute when I stop and the pivot all I got is a mission. You not in the winners on top, go the distance you flop. There's a difference, I'm on my grind. That is all the time. I do not do breaks. That's right, I stay in dry. And look, I'm back with a little bit of that, a little more cash than it came in with. Ready, that cat is out that bag, but I still ask you, boy, got skills. I don't need her, I don't need him, I don't need help with me. I got this. I can sing songs, I can spit raps, and I can do both. Even do this word. This how I go and you pop it. This how I go and you hot. Funnier now and I drop it. None of the numbers can drop. See me on me and that's true, but I'ma go finish on top. You get what you want when you pop it, you do what you want when you hot. This how I go when you pop it, this how I go when you hot. Funnier now when I drop it, none of the numbers can drop. See me on me and it's true, but I'ma go finish on top. You get what you want when you pop it, you do what you want when you hot.
Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action.
I'm just gonna scooch in right here if you don't mind. We've been trying to contact you regarding your car's extended warranty.
You're never gonna catch me.
I'm not fucking leaving! William Nipple. Man.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o!
I come here for a fucking shootout, right? A proper shootout with some proper men. Like Colonel Custer, Geronimo. Have you ever heard of them? No. Because you were too busy in your pinning, taking fucking fairy guns, weren't you?
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up. Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up. Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Turn it way up, turn it way up.
Crank that volume, turn it way up, way up.
I like turtles.
Okay, let's go.
Evaded. Nearby agent has become agent down. Rogue agent neutralized. Safe area entered. Exiting safe room. Rogue agent nearby. Drop incoming. Dormitory drop available. Nearby agent. Rogue explosive seeker detected. Agent down. Agent neutralized. Allied agent disactivated rogue protocol. Neutralized. Hostile defender drone detected. Helo is headed back.
Shootout, right, is a fucking shootout! Like a western. Wankers.
Hello,
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Today I've got a hybrid build that's been destroying the servers in the current game. I put together this build trying to prepare for some changes that are going to come to the Jammer Pulse in Title Update 17. But rather than just sit on the build and wait, I thought I'd see how it held up against the current meta. And I was shocked. This build's been dominating the Dark Zone and making a lot of players very upset. Now I'm a big fan of build diversity and build creativity, so it's great to find a hybrid build that puts meta reliance in their place. Now, Title Update 17 was meant to be dropping February 7th, but there have been some issues and the release date's been pushed back. At this stage, we don't know anything further, but the devs are changing how the jammer works against skills. Basically, you're required to have equal to or a higher skill tier for a jammer to destroy a skill. A 0 skill tier build will no longer be able to destroy a tier 6 build skills. I don't 100% agree with this, but this is the planned change that's going to be coming to the game in Title Update 17. All I know is that if this hybrid build's piling up bodies in the Dark Zone now, imagine when Title Update 17 drops. Players are going to find it even harder to counter. The build's got some great damage from our weapons and skills, along with some impressive survivability. Being a hybrid build, you can definitely juggle your attributes and see what works best for you. You can use this build at any range. I was even getting solo manhunts with this. Duo manhunts against packed servers, and a lot of 1v2s and 1v3s that just felt way too easy when using this hybrid. And just for a laugh, you got all those no chance moments. Now your expertise level will increase your hybrid's damage dramatically on both your guns and your skills. The expertise system's been in the game for ages now, and well over 90% of the players that I face on a daily basis have 21% on everything. Guns, gear, and skills. I still don't, because there's always somebody in my comments complaining your build's only hitting hard because you've got it upgraded. Get the fuck out. Put in the time and the effort and upgrade your own gear. If you can't, learn to get better at the game. I've spent over the last 6 months running around with less damage and less armor on my builds just to try and please those trolls. Well, no more. This build's legit, super effective, very fun to use, and I really do hope you give it a go. But before we get stuck into the build, welcome back to all you amazing subscribers. If you are new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, you know what to do, pull your finger out and give that sub button a click. Make sure you engage with this video, a like, a share, a comment, it all helps with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. Doing all this stuff is going to help the channel and our amazing community grow. And don't forget to check me out on all my other socials including Twitch, Discord, Facebook, the works. All the links are in the description below. And with all that said and done, let's jump in and check out my hybrid build. 2 reds, 4 blues, and 2 core skill tiers, and we're sitting at 1.5 million armor. This is how I've got the build set up for now, and it's going to be quite easy to swap a couple of pieces and get 6 skill tiers on this build for title update 17 if needed. We've got 2 pieces Brazo, 1 Seska, 1 Fenris, the contractors, and the Memento backpack. If we check out our actual skill tiers down here, you'll see that we've got 4. 2 from our core skill tiers, 1 from the Brazo bonus, and our specialization technician gives us 1 passive skill tier. Technician's also going to provide us with an extra 10% skill damage, which is pretty handy. And we're also going to be unlocking that linked laser pointer. This is going to allow us to unlock a crazy amount of extra damage on the build. For our guns, my primary weapon that I've picked is the Kingbreaker. This has been upgraded so we get a further 21% weapon damage. That's pretty nasty. Mine's God tier and it's maxed out, and I've gone with damage to targets out of cover. This is multiplicative damage. The talent that comes on the Kingbreaker is Perfect Flatline. Amplifies weapon damage by 20% to pulsed enemies. Pretty simple. Because we're using Technician and the linked laser pointer, all we need to do is aim and shoot. The laser activates the pulse for us and procs both our weapon talent and our chest talent. How easy is that? For the attachments on the gun, we've gone with a crit hit chance sight, the extended mag, that linked laser pointer which is doing all the pulsing for us, and a crit hit chance muzzle. For the secondary, it can be kind of player preference, but I'm going to be using a Carbine 7. This one's maxed out and I've upgraded it just a little bit. I love the Carbine 7, it's so easy to use and it is so accurate at long range. Now just to mix it up, the talent that I'm going to be using here is In Sync. Hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a non-shield skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Having both parts active at the same time doubles the buff, giving you 30% weapon damage and 30% skill damage. Have a think about the skills that you're going to be using and if they'll work well with this talent to make sure that you get the most out of it. For the attachments, it's the same as the Kingbreaker. We've got a crit hit chance sight, the extended mag, the linked laser pointer because it's also going to help proc our chest talent, and a crit hit chance muzzle. And for the pistol, I've got a TDI card for that extra skill tier. As you can see, now we have 5 skill tiers on the build. So in title update 17, I could just get 1 more skill tier on this build and jam a whole server's worth of skills. The talent that we're going to be using here is Finisher. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds after a kill gives 30% crit hit chance and 30% crit hit damage. Little pro tip here, you can proc this off NPCs, players, and even deployed skills. Righto, that's the guns. Now for the gear on the build, and first up we've got the Seska mask. The 1-piece Seska bonus will give us 10% crit hit chance. We've got a skill tier, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and a 12% crit hit damage mod. This is one of the pieces on the build that I definitely need to optimize, but it does the trick for now. For the chest, we've got 1 piece of Fenris, which gives us 10% AR damage. It's got max armor, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and we've got another crit hit damage mod. I have upgraded the armor a little bit on this, but it's not really going to do much in the overall build. Now the talent on the chest that we're going to be using is Spotter. Amplifies total weapon and skill damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. So just aiming and shooting procs Flatline and Spotter. Now what if someone's using a pulse resistance build? That's going to nerf 2 major damage sources. Not gonna lie, it will, but we're still going to have enough weapon damage and skill damage to take them down. We might need to play a little bit smarter, but I'm sure we can handle it. For the holster, we're going to be using the named Brazo holster, the Picaros. The 2-piece Brazo gives us 10% skill haste and +1 skill tier. We've got max armor, crit hit chance, and that 15% weapon damage, which is the named attribute. For the knee pads, we've got our second Brazo piece. This one's pretty trashy, 138k armor, max crit hit damage, and 8.2% skill damage. I do need to optimize this one or farm for a better pair. But even with this piece looking like this, it still works on the build, and it's still been dominating. For the gloves, we're using contractors, max weapon damage, skill tier, and that 8% multiplicative damage to armor. Now, damage to armor can impact some skills and might sway your preference on which skills you use. And finally, it's the last piece, which is the backpack, and we've got the exotic Memento backpack. Hands down, this is one of the best exotics in the game.
I took from those who watched, hunted, and collected, until only their shadows remained. Now my watch has ended, so yours may begin.
Memento gives us 15% weapon damage, 170k armor, and a skill tier. Again, I've upgraded this one a little bit, and we've got a 6% crit hit chance mod. The talent here is called Kill Confirmed. Enemies you kill will drop trophies. Trophies provide both short-term and long-term buffs. You can get trophies a few different ways by killing players, NPCs, and even destroying some deployable skills. Short-term buffs last 10 seconds and scale with your core attributes. So each trophy we pick up on this setup will get 10% weapon damage, 40% bonus armor, and 25% skill efficiency. When we collect 30 trophies and we cap out our long-term buffs, we're going to gain 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% regen. Now, what's skill efficiency? Well, it's a 1-for-1 stat of skill haste, damage, duration, and status effect. Reminder, if you die, unfortunately, you will lose all your stacks and you're going to have to start again. It can be handy to play this build around landmarks and NPC spawns, or where you've killed players previously and just leave a few trophies laying around. So that's the build. It's not overly complicated, but when it comes to the skills, I do suggest try out a bunch of them and see what works for you. For me, I've been loving the assault drone. I love sending it after players, and yeah, they might be able to shoot it down, but while they're shooting at it, they're not shooting me, so then I can focus them. Also, the drone's low-key OP on how it rattles your screen when you're getting shot by it. This can make it really tricky to fight against. In the current game, players can just jam it, but in Title Update 17, players are going to actually have to have skill tiers on their build to do so. Obviously, the damage of the drones increase with Memento trophies and when we proc Spotter and In Sync. And the second skill, I've been favouring the Stinger Hive. It does some pretty chunky damage and impairs player movement with the bleed. With the Stinger Hive, the Stinger charges and the bleed damage scales to our Memento trophies, Spotter, and will also scale to damage to armor. But look, I've tried a bunch of skills, turrets, explosive seekers, the airburst seekers, fireflies, heaps of them. Play around with your skills and work out what you prefer on your hybrid. Righto champions, fine print time, the stat sheet. We're at 54% crit hit chance and 104 crit hit damage. This is going to increase when I max out those last couple of pieces and if someone in my team's running the Coyote's Mask. High crit hit damage isn't the be all or end all. We have that 8% damage to armor and we have a crazy amount of amplified damage too, which impacts both our skills and our weapon damage. And once we've picked up those 30 Memento trophies, our base weapon damage is increased to 145k and we're nearly at 45k armor regen. That's pretty crazy. So that's the build champions, the hybrid build that I made for Title Update 17, and it's been destroying the current meta. This one's a heap of fun to use and I can't wait to see how it goes when Title Update 17 drops and see how the changes to the Jammer Pulse impact the game. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at my hybrid build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. And like always, show your content creators your support, like, share, comment, and subscribe. All this kind of stuff really does help support myself and the channel. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, and I will catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.